Tommy Santana earning the second assignment of the night between Dhruv Soni and Fresh Lambertus. Lambertus, again, off the heels of a blistering quick finish over a very tenured opponent. We'll see how Dhruv Soni fares against this highly touted Georgian. Good respect shown.
Gotta love that.
Always love good kick right there. You can see Lambertus just taking the center, being patient. Dhruv Soni with a massive kick. Lambertus somehow acting on instinct here, James. That was a big connection.
Yeah, he shot right into it. He put right down with the takedown. Man, I'm amazed he's still with it after running into that kick headlong.
Sometimes the muscle instincts do kick in. Lambertus controlling Soni on the ground here, pushing him up against
We
the
almost
cage.
caught the muscles of his neck.
Can't wait to see that replay. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remain in round at number one.
Wow.
Lambertus is just really flowing here in these positions, which is shocking considering the damage that he just took.
He's got some beautiful positional transitions. I really, really like the way he would move from side control through to mount.
Dhruv Soni finds his way back up to the feet, muscles his way through defending that takedown. Now Lambertus on his back.
See what we see from there, Dhruv with a wonderful use of an underhook there. The way he got his arm underneath, that was the thing that was able to let him steer Fresh like he's turning a truck. And now we find Fresh on the bottom, and I'd love to see what he has at the bottom, because on top, his jiu-jitsu looked awesome. And you notice what I noticed, that big mouse on the eye.
That left eye of Fresh Lambertus, a testament once again to this kid's durability, taking a shot like that and just powering through. 1 minute and 40 remains. This first round is brought to you by Swole House Meals. If you need a meal, James, you better make it a Swole one.
And get some of those cookies. Get some of those cookies.
Fresh Lambertus deep in on the takedown, has the hands clasped. Can
Beautiful.
he get Dhruv down?
Oh, good,
Excellent
beautiful balance by Dhruv.
And now, Dhruv Soni locking up a potential standing guillotine. Fresh Lambertus spits the mouth guard out, trying to hang on. Some knees to the breadbasket there.
I can't quite see the hand position of Dhruv enough to know if we got a problem on our hands. Beautiful scramble by Fresh to stay with it. We got a great camera angle of our ref's back. That's a great angle for Dhruv if he wants to finish it, but we see Fresh out of it yet again.
Some serious athleticism from this 19-year-old. Dhruv Soni trying to get to the back. Can he take it? Yes, he can.
But Drew's almost out the back door. I'm sorry, Fresh is almost out the back door.
What a
great
awareness round between
great.
both of these guys.
And now we see Fresh back into side control, and there's a beautiful way to mount. I saw that before when he had side control earlier. Fresh really painted the knee over the belly to mount, no fluff in the motion. The only thing that's unfortunate with the amateur rule set, he can't enjoy ground and pound to the head, but if he likes submissions, if he likes arm triangles, that kind of stuff, it's a great position for it.
You could see Fresh Lambertus dipping the toes in the arm triangle and now swimming around to that half guard side. 20 seconds remain in round number one. But I mean a very, very high level sequence between both of these gentlemen here.
Fresh is looking for a Darce choke. One of my personal favorites. He's got the overhook. He's going to look to snake that top arm, the one that's on the top of your screen there around the arm. Okay, he abandons that plan, saw Dhruv was going to guard, and switches sides on him so Dhruv doesn't wind up back in guard. I really like the way that we see Fresh following the head, right? Because we know that Dhruv has to turn his shoulders to get out of there. If Fresh follows his head, really hard to get out of there.
Corner taking a quick look at that mouse under the eye of Fresh Lambertus. That is quite large, but the youngster is fighting through it with great appeal. I mean, never really seemed uncomposed or frazzled. He was completely in that the entire time and had so many successes in many different positions. Let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from round number one.
But what I noticed from Fresh immediately is the first move he made when he went to the corner is he touched that swollen cheek. Obviously, he's feeling it. He's wondering how bad it is. That's an interesting thing. Hopefully, he doesn't look up at any of the boards, because sometimes seeing that can freak you out and pull you out of there. Interesting body language that I'm seeing in the corner of Dhruv. But Fresh's cornermen were out of here 30 seconds ago. Interesting thought process.
Dhruv Soni taking a lot of time to get up from the stool. Tommy Santana getting a quick look from the doctor. Or just,
I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Oh, he's bringing the doctor in to take a look at that swelling.
Smart call. Second amateur fight for Fresh Lambertus. You don't want to take any extreme unnecessary damage. And
exactly.
That was a big kick that Fresh had to swallow, but powered through it with ease. Doctor poking it. Can that thing pop, James?
I hope not. And I don't know enough about the physiology of the face to know what's swelling right there. Right. But the doctor's got to make sure that the orbital bone isn't affected, the cheekbone isn't affected. He can feel if there's a fracture. And if there's a fracture, obviously the fight's got to be stopped. If his vision is impaired, fight's got to be stopped. but it seems like Fresh is with it. That's awesome. Okay, great.
Fresh Lambertus displaying the heart and will of a true warrior here tonight. Dhruv, Soni taking a couple deep breaths over on that side of the cage, likely enjoying that delayed start to round number 2. Tommy Santana gets us going. Fresh Lambertus, though, with a lot of heat on his side.
Again, it was so interesting to me. The corner of Fresh, they seem to leave the cage so early.
Oh!
Big head kick by Fresh. There's that karate background. Now, he's feinting the takedown. I don't know if you caught that there. A little pump of the head down low, letting Dhruv know, like, hey, I can still take it down if I want to.
Dhruv, Soni doesn't seem to have a good eye for the range yet. Lands with a leg kick downstairs. Fresh Lambertus eating a couple shots. Now Dhruv, Soni unloading. Fresh survives, now gives a couple shots of his own. Heads to the hips, James.
He does. And he finished the single leg well before. I like how he pulled out that post leg there. Now we see him, he's using his head as a weapon here. Right? We only have 2 hands, but people who grapple well, they seemingly have like 8 or 9 because their hands, their knees, their elbows, their head, they're always grabbing onto something. And the way he's using that head to close the top door there. See the way Fresh is sealing his head over the top of Dhruv, making it very difficult for Dhruv to get out of there.
Door is closed. Here comes a home invasion from Fresh Lambertus. 2 minutes remain in round number 2. Once again, this round is brought to you by Swole House Meals. Seems like Fresh Lambertus might have had a Swole House cookie in between rounds because he's looking amped up, James.
He's looking fresh. I couldn't help myself. But what I see from the grappling of Fresh, I'm noticing we're looking for triangles. So a Darce, not technically a triangle, but in very similar. Here we see an anaconda choke attempt. Fresh really is looking for some head and arm chokes. We see him making a move to back here. We know he's been successful with this before. Dhruv. Armbar.
Stepping all the way around. Fresh Lambertus.
Boom, he's got.
Can he finish this submission? Dhruv, Soni in a world of trouble.
He's got it. That's it.
Locks it up. That is game over. Fresh Lambertus remains undefeated with a 100% finishing rate. Battled through adversity. He got the job done. Now, Fresh Lambertus dedicated this